All right. So the initial motion when he punches, I'm going to go one because I want to stay safe. This hand's going to come up, and I want to hit him in the head, but I can't because his arm's there. Right. So we're going to apply a little. You know how I talked about scooping the melon, right? That rolling motion. I'm going to go the opposite direction, sort of, to get his arm to drop. So there's one. This comes up, and I'm going to turn my palm over. Like that. Oh, sorry. I'm going to poke him right in the eye, just like that.
Just like that.
Right? So the motion is here. It doesn't turn over yet. I don't turn it over till I touch. What you think? Well, Eric, that's fine-tuning. It's actually not that hard to do. I'm going to turn that rolling motion, get your hand over the top, and there's your head. Okay, does that make sense? It's pretty easy to do. And so when he punches, you'll find, boom, you can do that really quick. Just like that. And now you're in to the eye. Okay? So what I want to start with is Hubud. So now we're Hubuding along. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And this destroys the drill, but now I got some motion, some dynamics, and there's my hit. And it works really, really well. You'll find. Okay? Does that make sense? Let's start with that first, and then we'll build onto that, and we're going to give him a chance to counter so we can start building fast hands. Okay? But what's good about this is the idea that you're learning to feed off somebody else's energy. So I don't always get what I want at first, then I got to move on to something else. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So when Greg, he punches at me, right, and I go 1, 2, his hand hits. He's checking my hand. Okay. Does that make sense? This hand, all I'm going to do is this way. I was here. I'm going to come there. Now that's fine, but I got to push down. Notice when I pushed, I hot Gesunken. That's crucial. If, when he punches, and I go 1, 2 there, and I just push with my arm, I won't get it. Because he's got 2 arms. He's probably going to hold it up. Okay? So what I want is 1, 2, this hand then replaces, this one drops, and I sink towards him, like that. This is that same stance we were in when we were throwing the hooks and everything else, right? But that's the pin that I want. Okay? It's easy once you get the hang of it, and until you get the hang of it, it'll drive you completely nuts. So go 1, 2, hit, pin. Like that. Does that make sense? Yes. Notice where I'm pinning, there's an X right here in his hands. The way I think of it, because I deal in imagery in my head, is his arms like scissors. And you know the scissors have that hinge pin? I want to pin right there at the hinge to make it work. Okay? And I'm just hanging out here. Will he be able to get out of it? Yeah, well, in a second when he stops to think about what happens, he'll rotate something or do something else. But then I get to hit him while he's thinking about that. Does that make sense? So one last time, he punches. I go 1, 2, trap. Like that. My energy's coming forward and down and pinning him. Okay? Anything to add, Mark?
Cover?
Eventually, yeah. And remember, this isn't fighting. This is just another dynamic thing. But you can find that you'll get to this out of a lot of different areas. Okay? And this switch that I'm doing, this is that outside switch from Heaven 6, or from Hubud, where I go 1, 2, 3. Everybody know that one? You know what I'm talking about? When we Hubud, I'm here, life is good. We're here, and I do that outside switch where I do this. That's what I just did when I'm doing that trapping thing. So one last time, he punch, I clear, he checks, and I wedge in forward and down. Okay?
Go slow.
Yeah, you'll have a much happier life if you go slow. Thanks.
It's not coming. It's just what they do. They come across that center line.
Here. You got to block it. And trap. See.